going to set the fish to the side and we're going to concentrate on our potatoes. These are freshly plucked from the garden this morning by our good friend Dougal. So I'm just going to do some really simple dressing with them. It literally has some avocado oil. The reason I choose avocado oil rather than something like a sunflower oil or rapeseed oil, I just like the cooking temperature that you can get to with avocado oil. So it's in around that sort of 220, 230. So it's not going to produce those really harmful carcinogenics if it starts to get up towards that temperature whenever we're using a barbecue. That's something that can happen. Just keeping it really simple, just some mixed herbs. Got some ground pepper into that, just our Himalayan salt, small bit of that, and that's it done. Just wrapping that up. Now just one thing to say, that these potatoes have been parboiled. This is something if you are having people over for a barbecue, that you can prep all this stuff the night before. So 10 minutes steamed just in the kitchen there, and then just literally take them off, dress them up, put them in a bit of tin foil and stick them on the barbecue. Probably do need to check them every 5 or so minutes just to make sure that they don't stick to the tin foil. You can add even a bit of water in there, or just a bit of bit more oil. While the potatoes are cooking, we're just going to prep our salmon. We've already got our prawns out, and we're just going to add a bit of salmon to that. Just roughly cutting a bit off. Doesn't have to be anything fancy. You could do probably a couple of irons, just making sure that there's no bones in there. Just going to cut this in half again. Cook a bit quicker. I might just add another couple in. Thing with salmon as well, so you'll see that I have my thermometer with me today. Particularly when you're cooking on the barbecue, we tend to overcook things, so a thermometer really takes all that sort of guesswork out of that. Whenever we get up to 6 degrees Celsius, we're going to take them off. Prawns are the same there. So we're just going to go again with our oil, a little bit of avocado oil, a bit of salt and pepper. And then this time we're going to have some lemon in there as well. Just cutting a couple of wedges, sticking them in with it. And that's it. Simple as that. Wrapping it up. And sticking that on the barbecue. Now, just one thing to say with this as well, whenever you're cooking fish on the barbecue, we normally do just stick it on without maybe putting it in tin foil. I find this really easy. This could all be prepped, the night before or an hour before you're having your barbecue, and then you have your 3 or 4 individual parcels, both your potatoes and your fish, and then they can just simply go on the barbecue without the fear of it sticking to the grill, and I can just let that cook away. Just checking. We've been cooking probably for about 5 minutes. You can see how quickly the fish cooks here. It's probably about a third of the way through already, so we're just going to close that up again. Just making sure a bit of extra oil in there, just to make sure that they don't burn. A wee bit more, a wee bit of lemon juice, and there's get a bit more pepper in there. A bit more. We're just checking the salmon here, just in terms of the temperature. So we're up to around 55 there. So we're looking at just at 60. We're going to have this off because that's the temperature that we need to reach. These straight onto the barbecue. I'm just going to put them in with the potatoes. Just a bit of a handful, just to soften them. They really don't need much of any cooking at all. So we really want to preserve all those sort of nutrients in them. So we've got some kale, we've got some purple sprouted broccoli. So we're just going to add the vegetables in, so our kale and our purple sprouted broccoli. to our potatoes there, so we're literally going to steam that if it all closes up for a couple of minutes. Finished. Potatoes are probably 2 or 3 minutes away from being cooked. So in the meantime, we're just going to prep our salad leaves, which is Dougal has kindly picked from the garden. I don't really want to do an awful lot with them. Just really, I think, just a bit of a dressing. So this is just our olive oil. So 3 parts olive oil and 1 part lemon juice. Normally what you do is just sort of 3 fingers to 1 finger, but we're not going to need that much dressing for this. So a bit of salt and pepper. Goes into the jar. Give it a quick shake. And there we go. That's our dressing done. Just over the top. I'll take those off the barbecue. You can see nice and crispy. We're just going to serve them out. Just going to get a bit of our salmon. Just making sure to take off that bit of skin and some prawns as well. Perfect. Everything is ready to be served. So we've got some salmon, we've got some prawns, we've got our potatoes that are grown locally here. And do you know what? I'll pass over to you. You can tell us about the salad leaves and the vegetables then.
Yeah, well, just what I brought you was just some of the fresh kale, and this is the mustard mix with mustard, winter purslane and mizuna, and then some of our stored potatoes, and it looks amazing.
Yeah, so we didn't do anything with the salad leaves, just a bit of a dressing over that, some olive oil and some lemon mixed together, poured over the top, drizzled over, and then just simply with the kale and the purple sprouted broccoli. It just steamed with the potatoes for literally a few minutes. So enjoy, guys.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
looks great.